Hello, family. If you can hear me, make sure you give me a 2 in the chat. If you can hear me, we're getting started in a second. Give me a 2 in the chat if you can hear me good, really quick, just so I can know that we in here. Again, give me a 2 in the chat if you can hear me good. All right. Hello, party people. How are you? Give me a 2 really quick in the chat if you can hear me. Give me a 2 if you can hear me. Good. Okay, I see you for a minute. I didn't see you guys. So today we are having a really chill kickback live. Let me know what you eating or what you're drinking. This is a new blend from Simple Apothecary. It is called Serenity Spice. Get it? Serenity Spice. So this is freaking amazing, and we're going to talk about that later. But today we are going to talk about OLAPLEX. So give me a 2 if you've heard of OLAPLEX or bond reconstructors in general, because today we're talking about it. I know it's late. I know a lot of people are sleeping. So we are going to, again, give people a chance to come in here. It's late, but I had a lot to do today, and I wanted to make sure that this is something that I was able to give to you guys when I had all of the time in the world. So I want to first show you this, right? This is great. This here is something with OLAPLEX, right? This is really, really letting you see exactly what OLAPLEX is so you can understand all of the different signs of damage. One thing that confuses a whole lot of people is what OLAPLEX is really used for in the first place, right? But there are so many different causes of damage, and OLAPLEX is something that is not treating the hair on the surface level, but on the inner cortex of the hair shaft. And today I'm going to explain this. I know it may be a little confusing now as you look at it, like, what in the world is this? What are we looking at? But today in this video, I am going to explain the OLAPLEX technology, as well as just getting into what some of the best bond treatments are, because so many people have so many different things, right? So many people have so many different opinions on OLAPLEX and how it's used. But if you pay attention right here, there is nothing about OLAPLEX targeting the scalp, right? Nothing about the scalp. So that's something that I want everybody to think about. We're going to get into that in a minute, right? But give me a 5 if you saw that video, okay, like if it was playing for you. Now, the thing that I want most of us to really, really think about and really, really get into is just the simple fact that OLAPLEX is not something that deals with the actual follicle of the hair shaft. So if you are a person who's dealing with like balding and different scalp issues and things of that nature, then OLAPLEX isn't the thing that you would run to. When we're talking about OLAPLEX, we are talking about the actual hair shaft. So real quick, while we're in here, right, I want you guys to go ahead and ask your questions. Let your questions rip, because this is going to be a free flow type of conversation. But I do want to start by saying this. Y'all have heard me say this before. Experience trumps memorization. I'm going to say that again. Somebody write it in the chat. All right. Experience trumps memorization. And what I mean by experience trumps memorization is a lot of times the problem that we're having on social media is most of us, or just in general, most of us don't realize that most of the things that we are saying, most of the things that we doing with our hair or just with anything in general are things that we are only doing because it's something that everybody's doing. So think about something, right? Think about something. Give me a 2 if I can speak frank. Give me a 2 if I can speak frankly. So I want y'all to do some math in y'all head for me, right? And I don't want nobody to get an attitude, right? Don't nobody get an attitude. But I really do want everybody to think about this. If you are, and don't get mad, again, don't get offended. If you are between the ages of, I'm going to say anywhere between like 18 and like 30, you really have everything that you know about hair, right? is wrapped up in Team Natural. And this is what I mean by that. If you are between those ages, you got to think about it. If you're 23, 24 years old, the Team Natural thing with the bagging method and all of these crazy things everybody's been doing to their hair, all of these things have been going on for the last like 12 to 15 years. So if you're 23, right, just 5 years ago, you weren't legal. So the whole Team Natural thing, and now everybody between these age groups, for the most part, the reason that everybody is saying, "Oh, I forgot to turn my light on." The reason everybody is saying the same stuff is because everybody is recycling the same information. Everybody's recycling the same information because for the last 15 years plus, everybody's been doing the same thing. So if you are, again, if you are somebody, or even if I'm, no offense, but even if you're going to a hairstylist that's like between the ages of like 20 and 24, and she hasn't like gone deeper, and she's learned about the field of cosmetology from online and YouTube, and she's between those ages, most likely everything that you know and everything that you do is based around Team Natural, right? So this doesn't have anything to do with like specific YouTubers or anything like that. I am a person that believes that everything is all connected, right? So your hair's health, like if your hair is balding and your hair is falling out, you'll also notice that you are either in a really stressful time or a really stressful phase of your life, or you are coming out of one, right? Because the things that are going on within your body, the things that you put within the body, the things that you eat, the things that you don't eat, all of these things go into you really, really, really having a healthy or really unhealthy hair growth cycle, right? Or just hair growth in general. So the reason that we're talking about OLAPLEX today and another scalp treatment today is because I really want us to get to a place where we understand facts. This morning, somebody commented on the video that I did on OLAPLEX and was like, "Oh, I love wrecking. I love wrecking. OLAPLEX ain't never made my hair feel like wrecking has." And the thing is, the thing that gets most women confused, especially women with curly hair, because like I said, over the last 15 years, so anybody who is under 26, you have everything that you know about hair since you've been an adult is made up. Don't get offended, but it's the truth. If you are a certain age group, everything that you've learned about hair since you've been an adult is from Team Natural made up rhetoric, right? So from this standpoint, everything that you're doing, everything that you're piling on top of each other, you just find yourself like on this hamster wheel because you're not following any science. You've been following fads since you've been an adult, right? So when you get down to everything, like I said, when you think about it, we've had OLAPLEX has been out since it's been out for a long time, since before I got my cosmetology license, right? So OLAPLEX has been out as long as it's been out, right? And when OLAPLEX first came out, they was met with a lot of BS. So let me explain, because I have so many people, like I'll make a video. Oh, excuse me, my ear itch. Anytime I make a video on OLAPLEX, mind you, if y'all go back on my channel, I have been making OLAPLEX videos forever, right? And anytime, I'm not ready for this yet. Anytime I make an OLAPLEX video, there is always somebody in the comments like, well, Curl Smith worked better, or because remember, first it was Curl Smith, and then after Curl Smith, after y'all all got sick of that and saw that was some BS, then we went from Curl Smith to K19 or K18, and then after K18, K19, whatever, now everybody's on Wrecking, right? And so now, because the new thing is Wrecking, It is one of the most annoying things in the world, and I'm going to explain to you why. And professional cosmetologists are going to know what I mean. If you know about what happened with Reckon right now, before I start talking, give me a 5 while I move this. Like, give me a 5 if you know what happened between Reckon and OLAPLEX. Real quick. And give me a 5 if you know. Sorry, put my fingers all in your face. Okay, so whenever we compare, for example, everybody compared Curl-Smith, right? We're not even going there. I already have a video on that. Secondly, everybody compares K19. K19 is better. Do y'all understand K19 and OLAPLEX are owned by the same investors? They're not in competition with each other. So that's when I say that's the annoying part, and I want y'all to learn the science of hair. Y'all are pinning brands against each other that are not against each other. OLAPLEX and K19 are owned by the same parent company. Listen to me. And this is the thing. K19 does not do, or K18, 19, whatever. It does not do what OLAPLEX does. OLAPLEX connects the bonds together and works faster than the product. It works faster than the flat iron can break the bond. It works faster than everything, right? So when we're talking about something like K19, K19 works after the damage is already done. It may repair it, right? But it won't prevent it. You can't mix K19 with color, with relaxer, with anything like that. And there's so much confusion around OLAPLEX, and that's why we're on here today, because I want to wrap that up, right? But let's get into this real quick, because y'all get so caught up in products, right, that y'all think that everything is debatable and everything is up for debate. And there are certain things, I'm not being disrespectful, there are certain things that I am not going back and forth with y'all about, because I know that these are things that y'all have no idea about. So let's get into it. When we talking about Reckon versus OLAPLEX, well, let's talk about it. So did y'all know? And give me a 6 when I tell you something that you already know. If you already knew that, say yes, Sam, I knew that. When people say, "Oh, Reckon is better than OLAPLEX," did you know that L'Oreal owns Reckon? Reckon is not a standalone hair company like OLAPLEX is. No, absolutely not. L'Oreal is a French cosmetic and personal care company and leader in beauty product research and development and sales. Hear me. It is a cosmetic and personal care company and a leader in beauty product research, development, and sales. The company owns 36 brands, including Maybelline, Garnier, NYX Professional Makeup, Redken, and listen, like what are we doing? Y'all, when we are talking about Reckon is under L'Oreal's umbrella. It is a money grab. So let's get into some of the facts real quick, and then I'm gonna get to y'all comments. So Reckon and OLAPLEX had beef to start off. You know why? L'Oreal partnered up with OLAPLEX. OLAPLEX were originally, it was two scientists, two chemists, and they sat with cosmetologists and was like, okay, what do y'all need? And start developing products for us, right? So as they were developing products, they were chemists. They didn't really know nothing about the game. So as you can see, like I just said, L'Oreal has 36 brands, including Maybelline, Garnier, like CeraVe. Like all of these big brands are under L'Oreal's umbrella. So they were like, okay. And then they had Reckon. Reckon's been out for a long time, but Reckon never had bond repair. Nothing. Okay. Reckon's been out for a long time now. Never had bond repair. But because L'Oreal is a leader in market research, meaning searching online, looking at the market, seeing what y'all like, what y'all are clinging to, what y'all favorite products are, and then developing a product to market. Like, listen to me. Y'all gotta do your own research, because when y'all do your own research, y'all can see it for yourself. The reason that L'Oreal is on top is because they are masters at market research. There is no coincidence that they put that first. Let's keep going though. So anyway, so Olaplex and them, the chemists, they were young. They were young dudes. So they reached out to L'Oreal on some like big brother type stuff. Like, hey, can you help me with my technology, with my Olaplex? So they're like, yeah, little bro, I got you. So they went ahead, went through with everything, and then L'Oreal undercut Olaplex. They undercut the two scientists and tried to take their whole everything. Reckitt ended up coming out with some bond reconstructive treatments and stuff like that. And after they came out with the bond reconstructive treatments and stuff, Olaplex is like, wait a minute, like they stole my technology. No. So Olaplex took Reckitt to court, aka L'Oreal. Olaplex took L'Oreal to court. L'Oreal and Reckitt, the same thing. So Olaplex took L'Oreal to court, and it was this big thing in the hair community. But again, I wasn't being disrespectful. If you're under 25, you don't know nothing about none of this. Just like, anyway, so they go to court. Olaplex, like, they like, no, they stealing our stuff. Like, we thought that they were just gonna help us, but they went and they stole all of our stuff. And then Olaplex got on their shit, and Olaplex has over 147 patents on this technology. So there's no, when people are like, oh, this bond reconstructor is better. No, it's not. It's just not. I'm sorry. Like, they have patents that nobody else can hold. So even if it seems like it's better, it's not. And we're gonna get into it. So I'm gonna share my screen with you because I really, really understand this, right? So I'm going to this right now. We are on my website, right? I'm gonna take myself off the screen in a second. But right now we are on my website. And if you wanted to shop the apothecary and check out any teas, you can head right over. This is the homepage. But if you were to click here, you could just click straight here, go straight to the herbs. You could go straight to the hair and scalp treatments, which I don't have. I need to take this off because I won't be doing hair products. And then my extracts and tinctures, and then my bath and body products, right? So those are all going to be there. But and then, of course, if you want to join the 7-day challenge, all of that. So the blog post that we are going to be going over is right here, right? So I want you guys to make sure when we get done over here, you guys head over to my website so you can check this information out, because I have everything like drawn up for you over here already. All right. Okay, so when we are talking about Olaplex, let's dive deep into it. And I'm going to break down each number of Olaplex so you guys can get like a really, really clear understanding of what it is, because so many people are confused. Like, you see so many people online like, oh, only use Olaplex 3 and Olaplex 3. And it's like my biggest fear, and one of the main reasons that I never wanted Olaplex to go public, is because I knew that we would be here. I knew that we would be in this place and people would just be making stuff up. And Olaplex is one of those products that you have to follow down to the T. So let's break it down. All right. So I've already made a video on Olaplex breaking down the bonds and all of that, and the actual name for it. But head over to my blog again if you want to read some more. All right. I'm going to take myself off the screen just for a second because I feel like it's not big enough. So, okay. All right. So let's get into it, party people. All right. So we see the key ingredient in Olaplex product is this molecule, right? And this is the PAT molecule that is designed to repair and strengthen the disulfide bond in the hair, which can be damaged during the chemical processes, during different chemical processes. Olaplex's unique formula with this ingredient has gained recognition in the beauty industry for its ability to improve the hair and minimizing damage in hair treatments, right? So let's get into Olaplex and everything that it can do. So the very first thing that I want you to do is make sure you check out the links in the description box below, because y'all know it's Black Friday and I'm not coming on here without giving you codes. So Olaplex is having a 30% off sale, 30% off the entire freaking store, right? 30% off your entire order when you use the code underscore I am send out underscore, but you have to use that at checkout, and it's best if you use my link. You can head over there to the website, but it's best if you use my link. I love you. All right, so let's get into how the party got started. The party got started with Olaplex number 1 and Olaplex number 2. All right, and I would have put myself on the screen for this because this is the portion that not makes my blood boil, like it makes me upset. It doesn't make me upset, but it's something that I really want everybody to understand, because when there's been so many videos that I've seen and they've been like, oh, all Olaplex products suck except for Olaplex 3. You don't even need nothing except for Olaplex 3. And I just, what? So after this video, you're going to understand why I'm like, what? Turning a little John on it. So first things first, all right? Lord, stay with me, y'all. If I'm moving too fast, they say slow down. So this is the very first product that was released to professional cosmetologists, Olaplex number 1. Olaplex 1 is freaking amazing, but as a professional cosmetologist, we had to learn how to use Olaplex. Olaplex is one of those products that if your measurements, if your developer to color to Olaplex 1 ratio is off, your color will be weak. If you add two Olaplex 1 to whatever the product is, whether it's color, relaxer, whatever, you weaken the product, because Olaplex is a bond multiplier, which we'll talk about in a second. So it'll protect the hair too much to the point where the color won't take. So when we first got into the industry, there were a lot of hairstylists that was like, I don't like Olaplex, it messes up my color. But those were cosmetologists that didn't know how to use it, that didn't know how to get the proper formulation without it ruining their end result, right? So anyway, so Olaplex number 1. Olaplex number 1 is a bond multiplier designed for professional salon use. It is concentrated. It's a concentrated formula that works to rebuild and strengthen hair bonds that could be compromised during hair color, relaxers. It could be during heat styling. When I was standing behind a chair, a lot of my clients would, right before they got a silk press, they would always get a Olaplex treatment, and not with Olaplex Zero, because Olaplex Zero just came out, right? So I would do a Olaplex 1 treatment where I would take the Olaplex 1, but it was a certain measurement along with some water. And then once I ended up doing that with water, then I will put that in their hair. And then we will follow up with Olaplex 2. And Olaplex 2 is where it gets good. This is what everybody has messed up and confused, because social media is separate, right? Experience beats memorization every time. And right now, all we've been doing is memorizing things, right? So, all right, number 1, the first thing you need to know is that you're using it in conjunction with chemical treatments like color and relaxer, just to prevent permanent damage. And again, Olaplex 1 works before the bonds break. So when you're doing hair color, right? When you're doing hair color, what you're doing, like for example, when you're doing a relaxer, what you're doing, you're going within the disulfide bond, breaking those bonds apart, and you're pulling out some of that protein so you can take the curls away, right? But guess what? The way that Olaplex works, when you mix Olaplex with your relaxer before those bonds are removed. I mean, before those sulfur to sulfur linkages are removed from the hair, Olaplex begins to multiply your bonds before the bonds are removed. Before the cuticle and the cortex open all the way, Olaplex is multiplying the bonds. So even the bonds that are being broken are not damaged. Even if they're damaged, there is a bond right there to replace it right away. That is what Olaplex was created for. And it was created originally for professional cosmetologists. Peep game. Now, right now, everybody that's watching this, I need you to take a screenshot of Olaplex 2. And then after I get done with Olaplex 2, I need you to take a screenshot of Olaplex 3 because I need you to see the difference in the label and the directions. It is very different. They are not the same product. Okay? Take a screenshot and give me a 5 when you got it. Take a screenshot, boom, baby, and give me a 5 when you got it, baby. All right. So let's read this real quick. And I want y'all to pay attention. And I'm going to know who my people are that are paying attention by the way that you respond when I get done reading the label of Olaplex number 3. I need you to pay attention to the difference. And I don't wait for me to ask you for the difference. When you see the difference, type it in. Okay? So again, Olaplex 1 and 2 are professional products. Olaplex 2, read the label. After shampooing, lightener or rinsing color from hair. Do you see that? Apply after shampooing, lightener or rinsing color from hair. Use on every client during every salon service to strengthen hair. Okay? So let's read the description. Olaplex number 2 is a bond perfector. It follows Olaplex 1 in the salon treatment process. It continues the bond building process, ensuring that the hair structural integrity is maintained and intact. So Olaplex 1 and Olaplex 2 are a 1-2 punch, right? So Olaplex 1 goes in, multiplies the bonds and keeps them from being broken. And then Olaplex 2 comes in there and finishes everything off. It goes in there, doubles up anything that needs to be doubled up. It's just the cleanup woman, right? So then you apply after rinsing out number 1 in the salon or as part of a standard treatment. So I would have, again, when I just said I would have clients that came in right before a silk press. Right before a silk press, they would get a Olaplex treatment where I would mix Olaplex 1 with water, with with purified water, and then I would give them the Olaplex treatment, rinse the Olaplex 1 out, and then I will follow up with Olaplex 2. It's a different treatment on a whole nother level. Okay? So peep game. Olaplex 3. Screenshot Olaplex 3. Look at that. Olaplex 3. Wow, it's 33 people in the chat. Ooh. Screenshot and give me a 3 when you got this screenshot. Now let's read it. Repair and strengthens all hair types. It does not say, let's go back up. Repair and strengthens hair types. This says apply after shampoo and lightener or rinsing color from hair. Repairs and strengthens all hair types. Again, apply after shampoo and lightener or rinsing color from hair. Repairs and strengthens hair types. Now, one in the hair salon, 1 is what I would use as a professional cosmetologist. We already talked about that. 2 is what I follow up with as the treatment. 3 is what my client goes home with. Listen to me. 3 was what my client went home with. And before YouTube started getting a hold of Olaplex, right? 3 was only available through your cosmetologist. Olaplex 3 is something that you take home to maintain the bonds that your cosmetologist has reconstructed with Olaplex 1 and 2. Olaplex 3 is maintenance. Olaplex 3 is not the job builder, but it's the top seller. Why? Because social media made it the top seller. Am I saying that Olaplex 3 isn't a great product? No, that's not what I'm saying. But Olaplex 3 is not the star in the Olaplex line. It's not. Olaplex 0 and Olaplex number 3 is a consumer version of Olaplex 1. Hold on. Of Olaplex 1 and Olaplex 2. Yeah, you can go in some places and pick up Olaplex 2. Like you can go to Ulta and get Olaplex 1 and 2 in different places like that. Now you can go on Walmart. Some places aren't authentic, but you can go in places. But when Olaplex first came out, the only thing we had was 1 and 2. That's it. And then 3 was what our clients took home. We didn't have shampoo and conditioner yet. So this shampoo and conditioner wasn't here yet. For years with Olaplex, all we had was that one. For years with Olaplex, all we had was Olaplex 1, 2, and 3. That is it. In the salon, we used Olaplex 1, finished up with Olaplex 2, and then we finished up with our own shampoo and conditioner for our client that was from a different brand because Olaplex didn't have shampoo and conditioner at first. And then remember, Olaplex didn't even come out with Olaplex 3 at first. At first, it was just 1 and 2. But then we were like, okay, even though our clients don't have breakage, they still washing their hair all the time and stuff at home and doing all this stuff at home. And when you do color and you do relaxer, your hair is more fragile. So we was like, okay, can y'all come up with a product that we can send home, we can send our clients with a product that we can send our clients home with, so that way their hair not broken off and damaged by the time they come back to their appointment. And then came Olaplex 3. That's how it went. It wasn't like, oh, all of Olaplex introduced all of these products and then boom. That's not what happened. That's not how it goes. So when Olaplex 3 came out for us to give to our clients. And then after we saw that all we got to do is ask Olaplex for something and they'll give it to us, we was like, shit. If y'all do that, well, why don't y'all give us the shampoo and conditioner too? So they said, no problem. We got you. So then Olaplex came up with shampoo and conditioner for us. Boom. And then after that, we was like, dang, well, you got shampoo and conditioner, but we also need like a styling product, like a smoother. And then they came out with Olaplex 6. So we was like, oh, that's cool. But then we need an oil too. And then they said, no problem. They came out with Olaplex 7. This is how it went. And then after that, we were like, we need a deep conditioner treatment. We need like a really good moisture treatment because we already have 4 and 5, but we need some type of mask. They said, no problem. And then they brought number 8. So it went. And then after that, we were like, okay, that's good. But Olaplex 6 is a good smoother, but it's not a leave-in conditioner. We actually need a leave-in conditioner. They said, no problem. Here's 9. Oh, bet. All right. One last thing. All of our round brushing girls, they want something to help them round brush, or we need something to just touch it up, like a root touch up to help the roots to have volume. Like we need a little bit more. They said, no problem. Here's the volumizing blow dry mist. What do you mean? Then we said, okay, everybody is now fixing up their hair growth cycles and they're done with Team Natural, but everybody's follicles are blocked. Can y'all come up with a clarifying shampoo? They said, oh, baby, it's nothing, no problem. And then here's Olaplex 4C. Do y'all see where I'm going? Then we're like, okay, we need a dry shampoo, but the dry shampoos that are out on our market are really dusty and they block the follicles. So then here they come. Same patent technology, but then with a dry shampoo. Do you see where I'm going? Give me a 2 if you see where I'm going. Like Olaplex is not this product line that's like the rest of these product lines out here that's just like, oh, boom, shakala boom. let's go ahead and start a product line. Like, no, it's not like that. Olaplex was always a product line based around the needs of professional cosmetologists and professional, like just professional hairstylists, professional cosmetologists, barbers, whoever, people in the industry that use Olaplex. Even when you go to, oh, I'm lagging. Hold on. Even when you go to the Olaplex website, right? There are two different sites. You shop as a consumer with through one portal, but then there's another portal that you log into as a professional, and you have to set up a profile to even shop there. So there are two different worlds. Olaplex is not just a consumer based product, so you cannot put Olaplex in the same category with other products, and you definitely cannot put Olaplex in the same category with brands that they sued. Olaplex sued Reckon for trying to steal their stuff. So ever since Reckon got sued, aka L'Oreal, ever since L'Oreal got sued by Olaplex, they've been trying to recreate the bond technology that Olaplex has without getting sued again. So Redken is not, and don't get me wrong, I'm not saying, oh, Redken is a bad product. They have some products that's cool, but Redken, aka L'Oreal, is the Facebook of the hair industry. Love y'all. We gonna get to comments in a minute, but Redken is the Facebook of the hair industry. They own half of the brands that y'all use. I've only named a couple of them. But L'Oreal owns Reckon. L'Oreal got sued by Olaplex for trying to steal their stuff. L'Oreal is a product, a beauty product research and development and sales company. Please tell me that y'all understand what that means. The fact that L'Oreal is a research and development company, that means that their company is around looking at the market, seeing what's popular in the market, seeing what thing in the market people are gravitating to, and then they're gonna make their version of that to make money off of it. That's what they do. So the person who was on my page earlier, like, oh, I use Reckon, and I love y'all so much, but social media has turned us into a group of people that think that everything is up for debate. Certain things are not up for debate. Certain things are not up for public opinion. You know what I mean? Like, certain things are not just like, oh, this works for me. Like, everything doesn't work like that. I love y'all so much, but that's just not how things go, right? Like, being realistic, it's just not. Y'all, ask y'all questions again for me, please. But it's just really not how things go, and that's why I wanted to come on here and make this video so you can understand what Olaplex is in comparison to all of these other companies. Like, oh, Reckon's bond. Reckon is L'Oreal. L'Oreal. That's two completely different things. That's why Olaplex sued L'Oreal, because L'Oreal is a product development company. So they were young chemists. They reached out to them, trusting L'Oreal, like, hey, can y'all help me? And then they stole their idea because they're a development company. So when people are, oh, saying this product's better than Olaplex, I don't entertain it, because y'all, I'm not being disrespectful, but y'all are just going online and just recycling information without learning like the process that these different things came to be. Because if you sat down and did your research, you would see that K19 and Olaplex are owned by the same people. The only people that are in competition when as it pertains to Olaplex and K19 are YouTubers that's making videos. That's it. Because Olaplex and K19 are not in competition with each other. They have the same parent investor. It don't make sense. They owned by the same people. What you mean? And not obviously like people can buy stock and stuff, so with majority investors and stuff, like if you know how that stuff work, then you know. But make it make sense, y'all. Make it make sense. Don't hop on every bandwagon, because that's how everybody keeps getting taken advantage of, because everybody hops on every bandwagon. As soon as you see a new product, you jump on it. As soon as you see a new product, you jump on it. You're not supposed to do that. Wait until a bunch of people start using it. Wait until a bunch of people start using it, and wait until a full hair growth cycle. The reason why I rock with Olaplex so heavy is because Olaplex is the only bond reconstructive treatment that has been on the market a full human hair growth cycle, enough for me to see how it works from the anagen phase to the telogen phase of the hair growth cycle. The only brand that I've been able to do that. Everything else has been around for a couple minutes. The human hair growth cycle takes 7 years. So unless you've been using a product consistently for 7 years, I don't want to talk to you. I'm not being disrespectful, but I'm not going back and forth with you, and I don't want to argue, and I'm not arguing, and I'm not going back and forth with you about what product is best if you haven't used the product consistently for 7 years and using nothing else. If you haven't done that, you do not know how it affects the human hair growth cycle. So you can't speak on it. Experience beats opinions every time. I love y'all so much, but I'm not here to make friends. I'm not here for opinions. All right? Experience trumps memorization. And at the end of the day, that's what we're doing. On YouTube, we are memorizing things. We are memorizing things, y'all. We're memorizing. It's like, oh, lock method. I know what that means. Lock method means liquid oil cream. Like, you're just memorizing things, but nobody knows the actual science of why it works. Nobody has ever told you why the lock method works, because there's no science behind it. And when you go to the science behind it, it links to the mass amount of Black women with hydra fatigue. It links to the massive amount of women with balding and alopecia and seborrheic dermatitis and dandruff. Literally every client that I have had over the last 6 months has had either seborrheic dermatitis or dandruff. And every last one of them had patterns of greasing their scalp, oiling their scalp, using rice water at one time, apple cider vinegar before at one time, all of the Team Natural hacks. And all they did was stop them with a new regimen that I gave them, depending on their hair's profile, after we went over everything and, their own personal stuff. But every last one of them got results in a couple of, not even a couple of months. One of my clients I just had a follow-up with, she went to a dermatologist. The dermatologist told her her follicles were dead. They gave her a form of alopecia that is irreversible. They told her her follicles are dead and there is no chance of them coming back. They also told her she wasn't even a candidate for hair transplant, because the follicles were dead and they wouldn't live. She booked a consultation with me. Not even a full month later, she's seeing hair come out of the follicle. So she books another appointment with the dermatologist. The dermatologist was like, hell no. They say hell no, but they were shocked. And we're going to talk about, well, I'm not going to go there unless y'all want me to go there. But if you want me to go there, I will explain to you why most of the time your dermatologist is wrong about stuff. I'll explain it to you. It is not an attack on dermatologists. I'm team dermatologist, but I'm not going there unless y'all want to go there. But yeah, that's something that I really, really want everybody to think about. All right? Give me a 2 if you can still hear me while this is playing. Really quick. Somebody give me a 2 real quick if you can still hear me. Right? So when it comes to Olaplex, right, I really want y'all to pay attention to this. And again, somebody give me a 2 if you can hear me. I want y'all to, thank you. I want you to pay attention to the different signs of damage: split ends, frizziness, dryness, dullness, right? And all of these different things are caused by a lot of the things that we do ourselves, and just by things that happen naturally to the human body. I talked to y'all to death about the cuticle, about porosity. That's for the cuticle. The cortex, that's the bonds of the hair. But see, this is the area that Olaplex is working with. The other products that we're talking about, y'all, they're not doing this. All right. So they'll go in and they'll reconnect bonds temporarily for a minute, but this is giving you an illustration of how broken bonds look. So this is a sulfate group. Remember, sulfur to sulfur linkages, right, is what makes your hair curly. The more of those you have, the curlier your hair is. So split ends, frizziness, dryness, dullness, and breakage. Pay attention to Olaplex is not saying that they cure any type of scalp anything. Olaplex is treating the hair shaft, not the follicle, not the scalp. So this is what a damaged hair shaft would look like. The sulfur to sulfur linkages are broken. Olaplex goes in there, puts those bonds back together, and multiplies those sulfur to sulfur linkages. That's how it's repairing the hair from the inside out. And it also multiplies those bonds before the products even begin to work in the first place. And every product that they have added to their roster is just simply a product that a styling product that professional cosmetologists asked them to use, and they added it on with Olaplex's set their patent technology. They went ahead and put that molecule in all of their products, so all of the products have the same bond building technology, even the clarifiers, right? So that is something that people need to think about. It's not something that needs to be argued about. Like, I love y'all so much, but my channel, I think because YouTube and Team Natural has been around for so long, and because YouTubers were all just women who gave opinions, women think that hair care or hair is something that's a matter of opinion, and it's not. The science of the science of your hair, the way that it goes cosmetologists, dermatologists. Cosmetologists and dermatologists work together. I have so many dermatologists that I refer my clients to because I've worked with dermatologists for years. For years. You said go there, please. All right. So the number one thing that I get, I'm about to light another incense for this because I gotta watch. I don't know. Okay. So the number one thing that I get when I'm on coaching calls, when I'm on coaching calls with clients, like, number one, they will always start off with, my dermatologist said this. They told me to nothing goes on my scalp but shampoo. They said don't put no oil on your scalp. And they don't know because they black. They don't know that we need oil. And then if it's not that, you do have some dermatologists that are really rude, right? That people take that as being rude because they'll be really short. And they'll just come in and write them a prescription and won't talk to them about anything. Well, I need y'all to understand how things go. So when it comes to science, right? A scientist is not somebody who knows everything. No. A scientist is somebody who admits that they know nothing, and they spend their life studying things, learning them, testing different theories and hypotheses so they can know and have as much uh, uh, knowledge as they can on the situation. So put yourself in these shoes. Take your emotions out. My channel is not for women who have not healed. If you still have baggage from, they used to call me bald head in the back and all my BDBs, and when I was little, this ain't the channel for you because I'm not mincing words. We're not going to get anywhere if we can't speak. So if you are somebody who, if you're a dermatologist, put yourself in a dermatologist's shoes. You're not a black person, put yourself in a dermatologist's shoes. You go to school and all you're looking at is facts. All you're looking at is the human body, the structure of the human body. Even a black person, the structure of the human body, the follicles, the pores, all of that. You're looking at the science of the human body. And as a scientist, what you do, you learn all of this information, and then you conduct experiments and you use the scientific method. With the scientific method, you follow a process where you see what the problem is, you look at it, you make an educated guess, and based on that educated guess, you do a bunch of tests. And once you do a bunch of tests, you keep testing until the result of your test is the same every time. You don't stop until the results of your test are the same every time. And when you see a mad scientist, you see somebody who it takes them 15, 20, 30, 40 years to get that result to be the same every single time, right? So let's put this. A dermatologist is a scientist, my baby. They go to medical school. They be in school for well over a decade. Okay? So think about it. When you go see a dermatologist, the dermatologist not taking your blood. The dermatologist not taking your weight. The dermatologist not checking your blood. The dermatologist not doing none of that. That's the nurse. The nurse is doing that. The nurse is taking your blood pressure. The nurse is taking a blood sample, a urine sample, all of that. The dermatologist comes in when? After all of the test results come back, and after they can sit in their at their desk for a second, look at those test results based and compare it to the information that they already have through hypothesis that they've already looked through, right? So the only way that you can make a clear hypothesis is if you have a clear enough body of data to compare it to. So if I am a dermatologist, I'm gonna say if I'm a white male dermatologist, right? I do not have any test subjects that are African American that I can compare things to. And what I mean by that is this. There are problems that show up with Black women, like seborrheic dermatitis and dandruff from grease in the scalp. But if you do not spend time, and when you don't have those answers, and I'm not saying that this is honestly, I think that's the fault of the dermatologist, because you should have a better screening process where you're able to ask more questions, right? Where you're able to ask questions like, well, what were your patterns like? What have you been doing to the scalp? What have you been doing here? What oils and butters have you been putting on the scalp? How often do you wash your hair? What type of protective styles do you use? Because this is a white male who has no Black friends, who knows no Black people, black people are the only people who put oil on their scalp and grease their scalp. So a person who has never seen anybody grease their scalp, who's never seen anybody grease their scalp before, who doesn't oil their scalp, who doesn't put any oil whatsoever in their hair, cannot make a scientific connection and draw a hypothesis and reach a conclusion on data that they don't have. Because when you go to a dermatologist and you say, oh, I grease my scalp with Blue Magic, they're going to say, don't do that. The only thing that belongs on your scalp is shampoo. But then when they say that to you, then you're like, oh, well, I'm Black and they've been in medical school for over 20 years. They not about to argue with you about it, whether or not you grease the scalp or not. They're not going to do it. They're not. They're going to be like, okay, you know everything. Here you go. They're going to write you the prescription. They're going to send you on your way. They're not about to stand there and go back and forth with you. You're the one who's paying money to see them to argue. They have other patients. They're not going to stand there with you and go back and forth with you and explain to you that Black women don't need oil. They're not about to go back and forth with you and explain and pull out they whole thing and say, see, here's the sebaceous gland, here's the sebum. They're not doing that. And just be honest. If you spent 20 years in medical school, mind you, what I'm talking about right now is the basics. I know this, and I only went to cosmetology school. I got a couple of other degrees and certifications, but I didn't go to medical school. And I know all of this, which means this is surface level science. Do you really think that a person, if you spent 20 years, be real, take your emotion out of it, everybody. If you spent 20 years in school, will you be arguing and spending your days arguing and going back and forth with women about whether or not they need to oil their scalp? Be honest, yes or no? Just give me a yes or no. Would you really do that? So I understand where y'all coming from, and I do feel like they need something, whether even if it's like a pamphlet or something that they send in home to explain things more. But I think that that's where the disconnect is. And then two, again, they don't have anything to compare it to. They don't really understand that we grease our scalp or why. I have multiple dermatologist friends that are dermatologists, and I want to say I know about 7, and only one of them are Black. And all of them we're so confused and are still confused to why we won't stop greasing the scalp. They don't understand that. So that's why that connection isn't being made. These people are not incompetent. The things that y'all have been doing for the last 10 years are all made up. Do y'all understand that when it comes to seborrheic dermatitis, all of these things, they pay millions of dollars to run tests, to do these experiments, to even be able to label something, right? It takes them years to develop things, to do research. The form of dermatitis and different, it's a new form of dermatitis it has so many syllables. I'm not even about to try to say it right now, but it is a brand new hair follicle disorder that dermatologists have no idea how to treat. And as dermatologists look deeper into it, mainly research scientists like myself, the more research scientists look into it, they are starting to see where things led, and everybody is pointing back to YouTube. And if people, the thing that's crazy about it, people really think that YouTube is separate from product formulation. It is not. That's why I put that on the screen. L'Oreal. I just want y'all to screenshot that. You can Google this yourself. Just Google it yourself. Screenshot this, please. I really need you to understand what this means. I really need you to understand what this means. L'Oreal is a French cosmetic and personal care company and a leader. So when they saying they're a leader, that means that there are multiple brands like this. That means that they're not the only ones that do this. It just means they the best at it. They one of the best at it. That's all that means. That's all that means. Okay? They are a cosmetic and personal care company and leader in the beauty product research and development. Do you hear me? Product research means I am going online, I'm going on social media, I'm going on YouTube, I'm going on TikTok, and I want to see what's the number one problem that women have. Who are the number one influencers out here? Who is everybody listening to? What are they telling them to do to their hair? This portion of this company, the beauty product research, the beauty product research company is the portion of every brand that is responsible for y'all seeing a bunch of rice water videos go viral on YouTube, and then rice water products all over your shelves. YouTubers making apple cider vinegar popular, and then apple cider vinegar all over your shelves. Y'all YouTubers making coconut oil popular, and then coconut oil all over your shelves. It is because of the beauty product research. And once they get done researching the market and see what y'all want and see what y'all clinging to and see who y'all believe in, then they send it to the development side of the business. Then they develop the product based on what y'all looking at, based on what y'all feeding into, based on what y'all listening to, whether it's the truth or not. And sales. Then they figure out how to package it up, make it cute so they can put it on your door. And that's how it goes. And they one of the best at it. They own 36 brands, including Maybelline, Garnier, NYX Professionals Makeup, Brecken. Listen, are you with me? Give me a 2 if you see where I'm going. Give me a 2. Just give me a little 2. Just give me a little 2. It's not. So this is why I'm making videos like this. Y'all gotta stop being sheep. Stop being sheep. Sheep get flocked together, fed, fattened up, and they make sure they eating good enough so they can harvest their wool. That's what sheep are. I'm a sheep. I need a shepherd. Y'all go ahead, get y'all shepherds. Go ahead. And by you being a sheep that needs a shepherd, you are going to be one of the people that are sheared for your money. That's how it goes. Stop being a sheep. It's super simplistic. But see, the problem is y'all want people to make y'all feel good. Y'all want stuff to be like sweet and like, hi guys. And because when I talk like this, people be like, oh, Sin, why are you so... I'm not being mean. I'm not being aggressive. I need you to think. When I'm talking to you like, hi guys, all you have to do, listen, you're gonna be okay. You're not thinking critically. You just like, oh, she said all I gotta do is this. Let me go do this. Okay, bye. And then you move on. No.
One friend that always tells you the truth, that never beats around the bush, never walks on eggshells, that hurts your feelings sometimes, he's not the asshole. All your other friends that sit idly by while you destroy yourself and tell you that you're just fine the way you are, they're the assholes. The best friends you can have in the world are the ones that don't care what you want to hear. They only tell you what you need to hear, and they'll keep it 100% real always. The friends that you hate the most in the short term are going to be the ones that you love the most in the long term, because they have your best interest in mind. They want to see you fulfill your potential and be what they know you can be. One friend that always...
That's the thing. I love that clip. I'm going to keep playing that clip because it's everything for me. Like, I'm not going to be here telling y'all the things that y'all want to hear, because those are the things that get you absolutely nowhere. Like, it's just not a thing. So I'm going to give you guys some coupon codes really quick. I want us to get into these, but as I am getting these coupon codes for you guys, make sure that you talk to me in the comments. Go ahead. It's time for y'all to ask y'all questions now. I'm going to answer questions for a couple of minutos, and then we're going to get into it. So I just want to give you guys a couple of these code aromas. You know, you figure, tell me. Give me 1 second, baby. So I just want to, I'm going to go ahead and share the screen with you, so that way you guys can go ahead and take screenshots of this if you need to and all that jazz. Remember, y'all, go ahead and get your questions in, baby. Oh, scroll. Sorry, guys. I gotta do better, guys. All right. So now we are going to go into this mode where we are going to present this to the family. So y'all already know this. I feel like by this time I don't have to go through all of this, because you already know you in the right place. I haven't had any people that want to be argumentative and going back and forth and stuff. So we good. Everybody's in the right place. We good. And I don't have to kick nobody out. You know, there have been no Shalistas here today, and I appreciate it. Nobody was triggered. But at this point, if you're still here with me, make sure you are following me on Instagram. I'm not on TikTok right now. I just don't feel like it. I got stuff. Maybe. I mean, I am on TikTok, but I don't do that much on here. You know. But I love y'all. So the very first thing that I need you to do is make sure that you check your spam folders. If you are subscribed to my website in any way, shape, or form, what I need you to do is make sure that you head over and check your spam folder, because I know that sometimes people get a lot of messages, but the thing is, if you don't if you don't like open up an email, then they just send it to your spam folder. So if you get emails from me and you're on my email list, then do me a favor and you don't have to like have no long drawn out conversation. Just like respond with like a heart emoji, and then that'll let the system know that you cool with everything. Right? All right. So I love you guys so much, right? We went over this before, but I do want you guys to take a screenshot of this when we talked about polymers and hair products that go on the scalp and different things of that nature. But I'm sure y'all don't want to go over this because we already did it before. But if you do, let me know in the comments and we will. But there is a Black Friday sale popping off right now. So this is what I want you to do. When you buy 2 teas over in Simple Apothecary, you get an ebook for free. Any ebook for free. So, like again, when you head over to my website and buy any 2 tea blends or any single herb on its own, you end up getting one free ebook, whatever ebook you want. So you can buy tea and then get one of my really like my really bigger ebooks that's like 20 something bucks or almost 30 bucks, right? But go over there, do it, right? Links are going to be in the description box below, so make sure you head over there. Again, you buy 2 teas and you get an ebook for free automatically, so make sure you keep that in mind. All right, again, we will go over polymers again if you want. Black tea is black in stock, so make sure you head over there and shop. But I need all of you ready to break old habits. We cannot keep moving ahead if we keep doing the same freaking stuff. All right. So, you guys, I love you so much, but also I want you to make sure you use this code. Again, this is the only way that you're going to be able to do it. Like, if you haven't been here the whole time, then you won't get it. I'm going to make the screen a little bigger just so you guys can get the code. Go ahead, screenshot, right? So, E, capital F, and then the rest of the word Friday. And you get, when you buy 2 tea blends, you get an ebook for free when you add this code. All right. So I'll also leave the code in the description box below, but make sure that you are subscribe to my website. All right. I love you guys so freaking much. Again, as it pertains to Olaplex, you guys, Olaplex is having a 30% off sale. So head over. The links are already in the description box, you guys. Head over to the link in the description box and you have to add the code I am send out. But I don't know why the underscores aren't showing up here, but make sure it's underscore I am send out underscore I am send out underscore. Without the underscores, it's not going to work. So all lowercase underscore I am send out underscore, and you will get 30% off your entire Olaplex order. Not just the lowest price, but the entire order. Okay. Love y'all now. Love you now. All right. So let's head over to some of y'all questions. But what do you think about what we talked about today on a scale from 1 to 10? Do you agree or disagree? Was this information? Did you learn good information? Did you learn anything new? 1 being, girl, hell no. I ain't learned nothing. Hell no, I ain't learned shit, girl. You ain't talking about nothing. And number 10 is like, girl, yes, girl, I like this live. Girl, yes, I learned a lot. All right. And then my next thing, I always ask this question: what is the thing that you need to change? If there is one thing about your diet, maybe the way you wear your hair, the way you style it, the products you use, what is one thing that you need to change? Not a rhetorical question. Everybody should know the answer to this question because I ask y'all every time: what makes hair curly? And here's the answer, right? Because you should already know. I love y'all so much. Let's get into these questions. Okay. Do you like I mean they're okay. Like when you say do I like them, what do you mean? Like what do you mean? I'm not being a smart butt, but I don't like because the thing is hair products are hair products. Like it's a hair product. Like it's what do you mean? What about them do I like? What exactly do you mean? Hey Sam, my leave-in spray has protein in it. Is it okay to use it weekly? This is the only product with protein I have. If you have low porosity hair, don't use it. If it's with protein, it's meant to strengthen the cuticle and for no other reason. That's the protein's only purpose is to strengthen the cuticle. That's its only purpose. There's no other purpose. No other purpose. No other purpose. I don't care what anybody says. No other purpose. Even Afro G. Like nobody should be using Afro G unless Afro G is an emergency product. The only time you should be putting Afro G in your hair is if you didn't over process your hair and it's 2 seconds from about to fall out of your hair. And then it can help because it is the most aggressive protein treatment ever. And I never use it. I never use it. Ever. Ever. My entire career. Never. I've used it before on a mannequin and said, no, I don't know. What tea would you recommend? Oh, what you want, girl? I recommend all of them. They all my babies. But what you need? Like, what issues do you have? Is it like sleeping? Is it gut health? Do you have a problem boo-booing? Is your skin breaking out? Is your hair growing slow? Do your scalp burn? Like, I just need to know more about you to tell you. Thank you. Diet. Thank you for your honesty. Hey, Sam. When it's my skin cell turnover week, I use a scalp scrub, clarifying shampoo, and then a moisturizer shampoo. Is that too much? Yes. Just use a clarifying shampoo and then use a conditioner. Then that'll be it. Just a scalp scrub and then a clarifying shampoo to remove the dead skin, and then a conditioner. I think the word moisturizing, moisturizing. It just sounds really amusing to everybody, but it's not. One shampoo, you don't need. That's wasting product. You're just wasting product. Just yeah, that was very informative about the dermatologist. No problem. And that's something that I want us all to understand because it's like let's get out of this like victimhood. Like they're black and we're black and they don't like. It's like let's stop it. Stop it. I have many dermatologists that I work with, and none of them are like, this black girl's coming in here. She's stupid. Like, stop. The human scalp is a human scalp. And the only difference, like, we have differences, like the size of our follicle, the amount of sulfur to sulfur linkages that we have within the cortex. But like the human body, we all bleed red. We all have hearts, lungs, like design essential moisture shampoo for retaining moisture and shampoo for protective styles. No, you don't. Shampoo does not help you retain moisture. You collect moisture from the environment. That's how these product lines are getting y'all. Products do not help you retain moisture. The hair itself does not hold any moisture within itself. That's why the cuticle can't be locked down. That's why the lock method shouldn't be a thing. Because your hair gets moisture from the environment. That's why your cuticle should never be locked with a liquid and an oil and a cream, because your cuticle needs to be able to open and close when it wants to, because your body is magnificent. So your body knows when there's moisture in the round, so the cuticle will open up to receive it. That's why a lot of black women get upset when they go get their hair straightened, and then they go outside, and especially if you live in a humid climate, you go outside and your hair reverts back. Why? Because your hair collects moisture from the environment. So the second that you go outside, your body don't give no damn that you just got your hair straightened. Your hair's cuticle is like, oh, there's moisture. Take it in. and then the cuticle opens, takes the moisture in, and then the hydrogen bond in your hair breaks, and then your hair goes from alpha keratin, your hair goes from beta keratin back to alpha keratin. That's why I'm always teaching y'all this stuff. When I make a video about alpha keratin versus beta keratin, when I make a video about high porosity hair, about low porosity hair, about medium porosity hair, it's not because I'm bored. It's because hair is complex. The human body is complex. And anybody who is giving you the illusion that you can sit there and watch a 15-minute video and mix some coconut oil and some avocados in your hair and then you're gonna be good. No. Think about it. Okay, this is another thing y'all don't know. This is herbalist saying talking. A lot of y'all don't even know. So I have a high sebum production, right? Hold on, I'm gonna go show y'all something. Hold on, player. Hold on, little player. Hold on, player. Hold on, player. Here you go, player. Look, player. So this is the facial products that I use. I've been using this for years. Y'all get bored with my vlogs because I'm never doing new products. Like I use the same stuff. So my skin is super oily. This is with avocado oil. The key ingredient in these facial products are avocado oil. Stay with me. Somebody, please, I need at least one person to type avocado oil in the comments. Somebody. And you're going to see why I'm saying this. Somebody, just one person. Avocado oil. So, I have oily skin, right? Avocado oil slows down sebum production. So, do you find it weird that most women now are like, my scalp is dry, I'm not getting sebum production? But do y'all remember when y'all was all listening to Cardi B and putting avocados in y'all hair? Remember when y'all was all being burritos? Y'all remember that? Just because you try something one time does not mean that it won't affect you for years to come. Avocado oil slows down the sebum production. That is why this is the facial product that I use. Because when I get up in the morning, my face is dripping with oil. I'm talking like if y'all, my nose ring isn't in no more. I had to take it out because it was almost impossible for my nose to heal because my skin is so freaking oily all the time. So my nose ring never healed. So I had to take it out before it started to keloid. This is the only product that keeps my skin from being oily. And you know why? It is because of the presence of avocado oil. Avocado oil slows down sebum production. So again, when somebody asks the question of like, oh, with dermatologists, most dermatologists, they don't know this. Do you think a 60-year-old dermatologist is online and on YouTube paying attention to the fact that y'all listen to Cardi B putting avocados with coconut oil in y'all hair? Do y'all think that they know that y'all did that? No, they have no idea. All they see is that your sebum production is low and non-existent. So they sit down and they look at all of the other disorders that are linked to sebum production being slowed down, and then they write you a prescription for that. And don't get mad at me, but almost every client that I have, none of them told their dermatologist any of their practices before. So nobody goes to the dermatologist and says, oh, well, I used to use rice water. I used to use apple cider vinegar. I used to use coconut oil. I grease my scalp with Blue Magic. I used it. Like, nobody says this when they go to the dermatologist. And don't get mad at me. I know y'all don't do it because when people book one-on-ones with me, they don't do it. I ask them. I'll say, okay, so what do you want to talk about today? And then all they'll say is, oh, well, my scalp this, and I went to this person this day, and I went to this person this year, and I went to that person this year, and this happened. And after they get done talking, I say, Okay, well, do me a favor. As much as you can remember, tell me your hair growth patterns for the last 7 years. What are the products you've been using the last 7 years? We need to follow up with your hair growth cycle over the last 7 years to figure out where within this 7 year period you messed up your hair growth cycle. And when I find that nugget, then we reformat it and I give you something to undo what you did that day. But we going back 7 years. When you go in to see your dermatologist, all you tell them is that your scalp been itching since you got a relaxer back in the day, and you barely giving them any information. They have no idea that you've done everything in the sun. You put everything on your hair. They have no idea that you did rice water. There's so many dermatologists that I've met with and talked to that are like, oh my God, seeing that makes sense. Not, they don't call me seeing, oh my God, Stephia, that makes sense. Because then they're able to do the correlation between, like, because dermatologists are looking in the follicle of Black women, and the bacteria that is there is a bacteria that they don't even have in their fucking books. They don't even have the bacteria in their books, y'all. Y'all have made so many concoctions and grown so much homemade bacteria that y'all have follicle infections that are not in the books. Do you understand how deep that is? I know this cup beat up. I got so many new coldest cups, but this is just my favorite cup. The client she was talking about, did she have CCCA? She sure did. And she does not anymore. She does not anymore. She sure does not have CCCA anymore. She sure does not. She sure does not. And the dermatologist wasn't wrong. She also had tried a whole bunch of stuff. So the bacteria that dermatologist, so when the dermatologist looks in your follicle and see a bacteria that they don't even recognize, they like, girl, your follicle, this is it. I don't know, this it. I can't kill that shit. I don't got nothing to kill that. I don't know what the hell that is. And you can't blame the dermatologist for you playing it. Because the thing is, y'all play in y'all head and do horrific stuff to y'all scalp for 10 years. And then go see a dermatologist one day and want him to fix it. And if he don't have the answer to all of the damage you've done to your scalp, you blame him. Y'all got to do better. I love y'all so much, but we got to do better. I scrub my scalp and clarify my hair this weekend. Like you said, baby, I can't wait for the sebum to start flowing. Listen. And when you get it, you better email me too. You gonna, what? I know you lying. And this is the thing. Excuse me. When it comes to like sebum and stuff and what I'm teaching y'all, I felt the same way too. I didn't know. I thought the same thing. And I was like, oh my God. Shut up. But it wasn't like that with oil though. It was like that with other stuff, with my skin cell turnover cycle and stuff like that, and growing my hair back. I've always known that a hair follicle produces oil because my skin has always been oily. That's not a new thing. My skin has always been oily. Not even in the books. Not even in the books. And I think that's something that people need to understand. And y'all don't have to take my word for it. Go ask your dermatologist. Like, there are so many scalp disorders that dermatologists don't even have names for right now. That's why they're telling y'all that it's incurable, because I don't have a cure for it. We haven't researched it. Y'all got to understand how science works. If they have a cure, that means that there's been enough people with the disorder, and it's been enough people with the disorder that's been affecting enough people to the point they can make some money off of it, because it's only about money. And I'm not complaining. They not they not doing it for Fruit Loops and giggles. So they go spend millions of dollars to research, and then they come out with a cure. So if it's a new group of women in 2023 that have these scalp disorders that are not on the book, they not about to spend millions of dollars on finding no cure for a disorder that y'all got from not washing y'all hair and greasing y'all scalp. They not doing that. Y'all, it costs millions of dollars to research them. That's why there's no cure for hidradenitis suppurativa. I deal with hidradenitis suppurativa. I got it from my father. My father's whole side of the family has it. There aren't enough people on this planet being affected in a bad way by it for them to spend billions of dollars on a research and a cure. That's how it goes. Hidradenitis suppurativa does not have a cure. They have band-aids. You have surgeries that you can get. There are medications that you can take that once you start taking it, you're going to have to take it for the rest of your life, or it's going to be bad. And I'm not saying that people that get surgery, I'm not saying that it's a bad thing. Mine isn't severe enough for surgery to be something that I feel like I have to do, because it may take months, but my lesions do heal up. And I'm not, like I said, I'm not knocking nobody, but I would like to think that God put sweat glands in my body for a reason, and I don't want to get sweat glands removed out of my body. I just don't want to do that. So if there's other things that I can do so I'm not irritating my sweat gland, then I'll do that. But I just don't want to remove nothing out of my body. Is amino acid treatment okay to get on your hair? I mean, it's all right. But why are you getting an amino acid treatment? That's what you need to do. That's what you need to know. What is an amino acid treatment is the first question that you need to ask yourself. What is it? What is an amino acid treatment? And then two, do I need it? Because it's just a play on words. Your hair is made of a bunch of amino acids. So they have a product that has amino acids in it that your hair is lacking. But if your hair isn't lacking amino acids, you don't need an amino acid treat. Like, think of amino acid treatments, keratin treatments. None of these things got popular until y'all said y'all was done with Team Natural. When y'all got done with Team Natural, then they start like bringing these things up. I still think and I know most people. I'm probably gonna lose people when I say this. I still think a relaxer is the best thing that you can do. All of this new stuff that y'all doing is like, and like for example, everybody thinks that keratin treatments have been out longer than I've had my cosmetology license, and I've had my license for over a decade. So yeah, party people. So I'm going to show you guys. Give me a 2 if you want to see the store and some things that I have in the store for you guys, because I did add a couple of new things to the apothecary. So let me know if you guys want to see them. And again, if you buy 2 teas, you get a free ebook. And the code will be in the description box if you didn't get it. It's just E-Flash is it. Well, don't quote me on that because I'm pretty sure that was wrong. I'm going to send it to you. I'm going to go to it in a minute. Okay. Alrighty, pants. Let's go here. Just gotta share the screen really quick, baby. And as I'm doing this, feel free to ask questions. Remember, the website is monetized, just like YouTube is monetized. You know what I'm saying? So click a right on some of the Adararies over on my channel, baby. You know what I'm saying? So so let's go to this page. Let's go to herbs. Okay, so we before I already had hold on, let me take this comment off. Oh, suka duka. Okay. So I already had amla and hibiscus on my site, but I do know some people have allergies to hibiscus. So we went ahead and put the hibiscus, I mean the amla alone by itself. So the amla comes alone. I'm gonna make this bigger. I'm gonna take myself off the screen really quick. All right. So the pull this up. So the amla is organic. It is organic amla berry. It is beautiful. Let's do a little quick view, really quick, guys. Oh my goodness. And this is not these are not pictures that I randomly got online. These are my own pictures. Oh, excuse me. These are the exact herbs that you will receive. Alrighty there. Okay, baby. Alright. And they are dehydrated. It's dehydrated amla. My last batch was dried, which is not a problem. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. But my last batch was the dry kind. You can add this to your cart. And the thing is, through Sizzle, you can literally finance everything on my website. Like, even if you wanted to get this, you could do 4 payments of $5.50. Like, y'all, come on. That's why I'm not doing discount codes for Black Friday for my website, because it's like, y'all, like, you can literally get my teas for $4. All right, so this is my newest baby. This is my Serenity Spice. Okay, now this one is everything. Okay, this one has cinnamon chips, decorated, cardamom, ginger, and black pepper. Oh my God, I am just so in love with this one. And again, you can get this for 4 payments of $6.50. So you can get it today for $6.50. Like, there's literally no excuse, y'all. Like, I'm making stuff as like feasible as we can. Okay, Harmony Spice, this is a good one too. This is with Robo, cinnamon, apple pieces, and Canadula, aka marigold petals. This is one of my favorites. Like, you put this on the stove and it literally will make your entire house smell like Thanksgiving, or it's something like apple pie, cinnamon apple pie. Oh my God. Like, this one, masterful. And all of these have reviews. This one is a really great one too. This is the Crimson Magic. This is with red robos. Again, elderberries, cranberries, rose hips, and hibiscus. All right. And then here we have the dried amla berry. I mean, sorry, the dehydrated amla berry and hibiscus. Here we have red now chamomile, and the red now chamomile is just what I call it, but it's really with Egyptian chamomile and red raspberry leaf. Here are the brew buddies. I really recommend that everybody that orders my tea gets a brew buddy, just so you can get a good mental picture of how much tea you're supposed to be using. Like, you should not, my tea should last you a long time, because you're not doing half the bag each time. Like, each cup should only be that much, right? And then even if you're doing it like in a pot, I never use more than like a tablespoon and a half. Never. Never. All right. So then this is in gunpowder, which is sold out right now. It'll be back soon. We also have the Jamaican hibiscus. Then we have moringa and oregano and spearmint. This one's already sold, almost sold out. So get this while you can. Of course, my beauty baby, my blue butterfly pea flower tea. That's always on deck. And then we have the berry booster. This one is amazing, especially for hair growth and DHT blocking. This one is freaking amazing. The berry booster with organic spearmint, saw pimento berry, and juniper berry. And then this one is the roasted chicory root and dandelion root, which is out of stock. This is the coffee replacement. But another coffee replacement that I do have is the black tea, and the black tea is freaking amazing too. It's a really good coffee replacement as well. And black tea is just a really, really potent version of green tea. All right. Then we have marshmallow root and hibiscus. Marshmallow root is freaking amazing, especially if you're somebody who deals with like IBS, you have a problem going to the bathroom, and a lot of other things. And then we have nettle leaf, and nettle is again another DHT blocker, awesome sauce. And then I have the marshmallow root alone by itself. All right. Excuse me. So those are the herbs, right? But then I have a couple of tinctures. So our tinctures that we have is they are here now. When it comes to a tincture, you are literally using like every day. For me, when I used I'm sorry, not tinctures, glycerites. When I'm using glycerites, what I'm doing, I'm taking 2 to 3 drops under my tongue, letting it sit for about, I count to like 30, like about 30 seconds, and then I drink some water, or I'll add a couple of drops to my water, a couple of drops to like smoothies, anything like that. It's extremely concentrated. A little bit goes a long way. You do not have to add a lot. So if you're a person who doesn't really feel like making tea and stuff like that, or if you want to beef up your tea, then here we go. Cat's claw bark extract is freaking amazing for somebody who deals with joint pain, arthritis, and things of that nature, because cat's claw bark is freaking amazing for that. If you guys want videos on things like that, then let me know and I got you. Again, the nettle leaf extract is here and the saw pimento extract is here. These two, the nettle leaf and the saw pimento, are both DHT blockers. So if you need something potent that's going to block the formation of DHT within the body, DHT is the thing that attacks the hair follicle and causes the hair to start to fall out, to go balding. Like, to go bald. That is, DHT is the thing that attacks the hair follicle, and this prevents DHT from it prevents your testosterone in your body from converting over to that in the first place. So you'll never have that issue, right? To begin with. So that is something that I love about saw pimento and nettle leaf together. And then, as you can see, we have the blue Bliss glycerite here, and this is the blue butterfly pea flower extract. All of my glycerites, you can clearly see what is in them. It is nothing but glycerin, a little bit of water, and the herb that we are using. That is it. That is all. No additives at all. Then we have pure rose water, aka hydrosol, pure rose hydrosol. And this one here is my favorite sleep aid, the hibiscus and mugwort extract. I'm telling you, get about a tablespoon of that and go to sleep. I mean, before you go to sleep, oh my God, like, you will get sleepy. If you are a person who deals with insomnia and it's hard for you to fall asleep, this one is one that you should have. All right. And then lastly, the bath and body section. All right. So there is a black soap coming this week. And probably tomorrow. Or it may be up tonight. I just have to make a couple of edits to the pictures and stuff. But yeah, we have sugar shea, and this is with brown sugar and shea butter and a little bit of the petals, the inner petals of blue flower. And then this one is blue bloom. This is with blue butterfly pea extract and oatmeal as well as coconut. It's freaking amazing, and you can feel some of the coconut and oatmeal shreds. It's like a scrub. And then this one here is the hibiscus and mugwort. So the same extract that I told you about, I have a soap made out of it. So this is a soap that is freaking amazing for like right before bed. Helps you go to sleep real good. And again, check the reviews because there's actually a review with somebody like, I cannot go to sleep now without taking a shower with my hibiscus and mugwort. Like, I have to have it. In the apothecary is not an option. And then this one, didn't mean to click on it, but this one is also a top seller. This is our Harmony soap with honey, black seeds, cloves, avocado seed, moringa, and velveteer. So all of my soaps, everything that I do is herbal, like everything. All right. So that is that on the website. So again, purchase any of the teas and you will get 2 ebooks for free 99. Feeling real fine. All right. So here are some of the ebooks, right? Here is one, Unlocking the Secrets to Gorgeous Hair. I really, really, really recommend this one. This ebook I spent so much time on. I spent a lot of time on all of them, but this ebook has so much information. Like, if you check the table of contents alone, you can see what's in there. Like, everything I'm going into detail about is not like just one little paragraph. Like, no, like we go deep in this ebook, right? So it's 8 chapters all together. And if you go ahead and look at this portion, you can see like all of the chapters, all of the modules within the chapters, right? And again, on my website, if you don't feel like buying teas and you just want to get ebooks, even if you wanted to get this one and you don't want to pay full price or you can't pay full price at one time, it's $23.99, or you can do 4 interest-free payments of $6. So it's super easy. And all you're gonna do to use Sizzle, you have to add the products to your cart, and then you have to go all the way to the point right before you get ready to put in your payment information. And then right when you get to the point where you're supposed to put in your payment information, it's like just scroll down a little bit, scroll up a little bit, and right under where you put your card information in, it'll be a button where you can click for Sizzle and sign up like that. All right. So I really, really recommend it. We've had so many people signing up for the 7-day challenge now that they have that option to use Sizzle. Okay, this next one is herbalism. This is volume 2. So this ebook right here goes really, really, really deep into herbalism for healthcare, for beauty, and just the basics of herbalism, so you can really understand it if you're interested in herbalism and like just getting started as a herbalist, right? Moisture retention, if you're somebody who's interested in moisture retention and things of that nature, this is exactly how to figure it out and how to get it together. If you're a person who is confused about what type of hairstyles and things of that nature that you should wear, this is an excellent ebook for that, because within this ebook we go over hairstyling, everything that it entails. I also include like different journals and things of that nature. Like, this ebook is one for the books, especially if you are a person who has like changed everything, but you still like, I don't know how to wear my hair. If the only thing you want to do, don't get mad at me, if the only thing you want to do is like flat twist or have your hair in French braids and stuff, that's the ebook that everybody needs to get. This one, self-explanatory, superfoods, ancient superfoods, hair growth planner. This is a fillable ebook. Really, really like this one. And then keratin treatment checklist. This is just a really cheap one. It's only $3, and it's because it's literally for people who have damage to their hair from keratin treatments, and just like a basic checklist on things to do. Right? Just really, really basic though. And then scientific brushing, if you're a person who needs to get more into scientific brushing, or just in general, just understanding how to treat the hair shaft in general, this is an excellent ebook. Again, $18, or you can do it for 4 interest-free payments of $4.50. Like, you, like, girl, that's why I don't do discounts all the time. Because what more do you? What more do you want from me? So this is an example. This is just one page in the ebook where I'm teaching you guys like what to do with oils and butters, what oils and butters you can use, where they are on the comedogenic scale, all types of stuff, right? So I really, really, really recommend this ebook. Like, I recommend all of them. I put my all into all of them, but that's a really good one. If you're a person who needs to understand the human hair growth cycle, this is an excellent one. Again, $20 or 4 payments of $5. I'll let your girl. Okay, so this ebook is really detailed. If you're a person who's like, what oils do I use? What butters do I use? Like, I don't know. This ebook breaks everything down. I even give you the comedogenic scale for some products. You can't really see it on this one on purpose because I don't want you to like know everything, but I give you extreme detail, and I also give you extreme application for you to apply the information. So it's not just like a cute little pretty little ebook. And I try as hard as I can to get straight to the point with the information, so it's not extremely long and drawn out, right? So this is another quick grab. And then when we're talking about the amino acids that go into building healthy hair, skin, and nails, I talk about this ebook all the time. The hair growth building blocks, amino acids. This is one of, I'm gonna be honest, I think this is to me the most important ebook that I have, because this ebook tells you what your hair, skin, and nails is made of. And not only that, I tell you what I give you each amino acid in this ebook. And then on top of me giving you each amino acid in this ebook, I tell you what fruits and vegetables you can eat to re up on those amino acids yourself, right? So keep going through. Like, I have a crap load of ebooks, y'all. Like, I'm not going, like, we y'all looking at slow more, like we have a lot of ebooks. All right, so yeah, that is what's crack-a-lacking on up in here. Okay, that's what's crack-a-lacking up in here. So if you guys want to get your hands on any of my ebooks, then make sure that you head over there. All right. So even like for you, you should really go check out that amino acid ebook that I have, because with that, it'll explain. If once you read that ebook, you will be like, oh, okay, I see what they doing with this amino acid treatment. But they call it whatever they want because they know y'all don't know what the hell amino acids are. No problem, boo. Our products with the it depends on the person. I have to do a whole video on that. I can't give a short answer to that. Do I have a tea sampler? No, not at this time. I don't. Nope. Whatever is on the website is what I got, boo. Yes, I think I'm gonna put it back up tonight. Oh yes, listen, I told y'all that it was gonna be up. We back in stock with chicory roots. So head over to the website and put your orders in. Like, we in there like swimwear. It's back over there, boo. It's in there. I just had to wait until everything was counted and stuff. I can't be just putting it up and stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna do a video for you, because I just, even though I know, I don't want to say anything off the top of my head, missing anything, because I like to speak in facts, because I'm not a person that people can argue with. And the reason that I'm not a person that people can argue with is I don't speak on opinions. I only speak on facts that cannot be proven wrong. That's why y'all have never seen anybody like, oh, Sid's wrong about, because you full of shit. They can't. They're what? If I'm wrong, the Lord's wrong. If I'm wrong, every dermatologist walking this planet is wrong. And the only people that are right are the YouTubers. If I'm wrong, stick that in your pipe and smoke it. Mm-hmm. All right, y'all. Don't think anybody else has any questions. I really hope that made sense to. Oh, I really hope that made sense to everybody as it pertains to like Olaplex and stuff. And like, let's stop arguing about everything. Like I said, YouTube has put people in a mind frame where everything is up for debate. Like the person that was in the comment was like, "Oh, so somebody can't have an opinion." Nobody cares about your opinions when we're talking about facts. Opinions don't matter when we're talking about facts. If you about to have a baby and they about to cut your uterus open, I had 2 C-sections, and they about to cut your uterus open, do you want the doctor giving fucking opinions or do you want facts? Certain things can't be argued. Certain things are factual. I don't care how much you feel like it's on YouTube. I should have an opinion. It doesn't matter how much you feel like you should have an opinion. Gravity is gravity. What goes up comes down. Like, I don't care how you feel. I feel like flying. You can feel like flying until you blue in the face. If you jump your ass out the plane, you're going to turn into applesauce. Like red applesauce. It's just as simple as that. Mm-hmm. You just purchased a chicory root. Listen to me. I appreciate you. I do. I'm gonna mess around and start printing out y'all labels right now while I'm on live. Since you buying stuff while I'm on live. Actually, I think I am. Since you leaving out buying stuff while I'm on live, I'm gonna print a label real quick. Just obviously I'm gonna have to print the other people who ordered today's labels too. But I'm about to print yours because you mm-hmm. I showed them. Oh my God, I got this bump on my face. 2 of them. Lord. I know that sounds vain, but I don't really get bumps on my face. And when I do, I just don't feel like a sexy girl. Oh, let me put my glasses on. I just saw it coming. I want facts. My mom had been getting amino acid treatments for 8 years with her hairdresser. I wanted to know if it was safe. I mean, it's not, because the amino acid treatment is not complicated. It's really just it's another bougie way to say deep conditioning treatment. It's really not. I'm not like saying like, oh, there's something wrong with it, but it's not like, oh my God, you gotta get an amino acid treatment. Whoa, like it's not fucking needed. I'm just being real. Like, it's what I did for a living. It's an easy add-on. It's an easy way to up some money. It's an easy way to run it up. I'm not being, but I'm just, no, you don't need it. It's not necessary. It's a good add-on for the hairstylist, but it's not. Hold on, I'm printing a label. I'm printing a label, baby. Go take 2 seconds. Now the shipping time is still the same, but I'm printing a label. Tell me when you get the email, because you should get the email right away. So comment when you get the email. Because tell them to play with that mama, not me. Ma'am. Hold on, be print your order form. Who else wants some of these No, we print orders today. Like, what are we talking about? Play with your mama. Tell them to play with their mama. You're welcome, babe. You're welcome. Yeah, so it's like I said, that's why I haven't said, like, if you would have said, like, oh, what you think about rice water treatments, I would have started yelling right away. If you would have asked me about episode of 59, I would have started yelling right away. But I don't have anything bad to say about amino acid treatments. I wouldn't be like, oh my God, we gotta stop. We cannot live without them amino acid treatments. Like, it's not a. But I'm also not gonna make no video like, don't get no more amino acid treatments. There's nothing wrong with them. That I don't feel the same way about amino acid treatments as I do about keratin treatments. I'd rather y'all get silk amino treatments than keratin treatments any day of the week. So you got the email? Look, so you already you got it? Listen, I love y'all. You're welcome, babe. But yeah, so if you haven't done so already, make sure you are subscribed to my website and make sure you head over there so you can check out. I'm gonna share the screen one more time. Even though we talked about, I like skimmed over the majority of the information, I really, really, really want y'all to head over to my website and read this blog post because it wasn't quick, writing it. Like, I actually really took my time to write this blog post, but I really do want y'all to check it out because even though I talked you to death in this video, I still really think that it's a good idea for you to visually see it yourself, right? So I really want you guys to head over to my blog. I'll have the link in the description box and really, really read through everything that I'm saying. And I went over a couple of the bullet points in this live, but I want y'all to look at the key points, right? And for some of the ones at the bottom, I'm telling you guys how to use them too. Like, there are certain products that I'm teaching you how to use, like this one. The ones that aren't self-explanatory, like 9, I think a lot of people get confused about. And then this new volumizing dry mist, people get confused about that. So I explained to you guys how to use it here as well as 4C, right? 4C, a lot of people get confused about. They're like, oh, it strips my hair and all of that. No, it doesn't. But I explained to you how to use it here. Dry shampoo, I break down their dry shampoo, the technology, how it works here. So I really just want you guys to check it out. And then when you click on any of these pictures, it'll take you straight to OLAPLEX's website. Or you can click this link and just remember to use the code here. _I am Sendal _ yeah. Alrighty. Yeah. But again, I'm gonna leave that blog post in the description box so y'all can check it out. I thought my friend was damaging her hair, putting it on her relaxed hair. I guess I was overreacting. Yeah. You were definitely overreacting. Women who wear their hair natural damage their hair 10 times more than women who get relaxers. Like 10 times more than women that get relaxers. And it's really ironic because everybody did the whole Team Natural thing as everybody was doing diva cuts. And they're like, perms are bad. And y'all don't even know that the people that was doing the diva cuts, they all had perms. It is crazy as hell. When I was watching the whole Team Natural thing happen and the diva cuts and stuff, and everybody was like, I'm getting a diva cut because this is bad for my hair and chemicals is bad. And it's like, do y'all know that the white woman who came up with diva cuts has a perm? Her hair is not really curly. She has a perm. So cutting your hair while it's wet is something that white women do because they cut their hair when it's wet, because their hair is stretched when it's wet, but it swells when it's dry. And our hair is stretched when it's dry, but swells when it's wet. Hey, listen. So everybody just got into it and everybody just got like super confused. But at the end of the day, there's nothing wrong with chemicals. The same women who created diva cuts and diva curls in the first place the majority of them have perms. Women with curly hair get perms. Women with straight hair get perms to get curly hair. And people with curly hair get relaxers to get straight hair, my baby. But it's only women who have curly hair that shame other women who have naturally curly hair that go straight. You ain't never seen a white woman or an Asian woman like talk crap to each other. You don't like being Asian because they went and got a perm. They be like, oh my God, I love your curls. It's only us that do that. And y'all need to ask yourself why. Yeah. Like, if the scalp is based properly, the follicles are blocked, so no relaxer touches the follicle. When y'all the lawsuits and stuff that they have against relaxers are by people who did relaxers at home. Women who were doing at home relaxers, and if you're doing the at home relaxer, you don't know how it goes. You're not basing your scalp properly. You may be thinking you're doing something, putting a little bit on there, but you're not basing the scalp properly. So if you do a professional relaxer, like my entire career, I never gave anybody a scab because I know how to use relaxers. You put a pre-treatment on the hair shaft and a pre-treatment on the scalp, and they are both petroleum based. They block the follicle. And the pre-treatment makes sure that you're not pulling out too much. It controls it. But if you just doing it in a box, all you have is the two that you mix together, and the packet be about this big. Packet be about this big that you use to base your scalp. That's not enough. That's what's damaging to hair. And then you have women like, oh, I relaxed my hair and I stripped it. That's because you don't know what you're doing. Most people think that you're supposed to relax your hair till it's bone straight. You're not supposed to relax the hair till it's bone straight. You only supposed to get the hair about 70% straightened. Only about 70%. Is not supposed to be bone straight. But y'all go get relaxers and y'all keep it in y'all head until it's bone straight. That's why y'all hair falling out. Not because relaxers are bad, but because people don't know how to use it. There's nothing wrong with relaxers. There's women with hair to their butts and they've been relaxed their entire life. I had a client Tuesday. She's about to be 70. She's 69. She's about to be 70 years old. And her hair started breaking off and she started getting follicle disorders after she stopped using her relaxers. Sorry, I put my hand in her face. She's been getting relaxers her whole life. And she just stopped using relaxers. And when she stopped using relaxers and she started following Team Natural, all of her hair started falling out. She had seborrheic dermatitis. We're almost done with her seborrheic dermatitis now. Her seborrheic dermatitis is almost gone. That's just what my mom's hairdresser said, 70 to 75% straight. Listen, and this is the thing. Listen to me. If and I hope this don't sound rude. If she's your mom's hairstylist, that means she's an older lady. The science of the human body does not change. That's why me and this woman who's probably old enough to be my mother are saying the same thing. She said the same number, 70 to 75%. You know why? The science don't change. The hacks y'all making up do, but the science don't change. Most of y'all relax y'all hair 100% and then cry because it broke off. Your hair is not supposed to look bone straight when you relax it. You're supposed to be relaxing it, not making it bone straight. You're relaxing the curls. No more than 70 to 75%. She's amazing. I'm sure she is. Please don't ever leave her. Whatever she say, do it. If she giving your mama a silkamino treatment, your mama probably need it. I don't know what environment y'all live in, what climate y'all in. It could be anything. But 70 to 75%, and you're never going to see another cosmetologist that knows her shit that says anything different. If you went to a good hairstylist when you was younger, she never relaxed your hair bone straight. It always had a little wave in it. But see, it went wrong because some people went to back home and was like, she don't know what she doing, and relaxed their hair themselves, and then their hair fell out. That's when all of these disorders that everybody being sued for is coming from. Not from the relaxers itself, but from people not knowing what the hell they doing with them. I love this tea so much. And one thing, I'm tooting my own horn. I don't care. This is the Serenity Spice. It has no sugar in it, but it tastes like it does. It is so freaking good. I'm a G. My blends be blended. Thank you. I could. No, I don't feel like that. Yeah, don't leave her. But all right, y'all. All of the links are in the description box below. I'll also leave the coupon code below so y'all can shop. Nobody else has questions, so we are going to end here. I love y'all so much. Tomorrow is family day, is what we're calling it in my house. So I'm going to be cooking it up for the ancestors tomorrow. And the next day I'm going to be being lazy. So I won't be posting for a couple of days. That's why I wanted to come on here and give y'all a couple of hours. Answer a couple of questions. My intention was to film today too, but I didn't do that. So I love y'all. Like I said, if you have any questions, make sure you leave them in the comments below and shop away while supplies last. Because as y'all know, I sell out of things within the apothecary very swiftly. I'm going to be adding the black soap tonight. I just have to make an edit to the title because it's not regular black soap. My black soap has honey and black seed extract. So I have to just change the title a little bit and then order away. It is freaking amazing. Actually, I want to show it to you. I'm so freaking proud of this freaking soap. Hold on. So here goes, baby. Okay. It's a little wet, so it might have some residue on my hands. So it's black, 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 black on black, 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 black. Love, love, love this soap. Oh my god. Oh, it's my favorite. Oh my, I gotta put it back because now my hands is. All right, sixes. So yeah, I am going to put that black soap back up. Boo butterfly tea for me, yes. So everybody go shop again with the code that was on the screen that I'm also about to put in the description box. Make sure that you head over there and shop. You get, once you buy 2 bags of tea, you end up getting a free ebook. Whatever ebook you want, add it to the cart. It is yours when you buy 2 teas. All right. I love you guys so much. Head over to my website, shop. Links in the description box below. I love y'all. Bye. Bye.